Welcome once again to Start Studies Course. Sushmita here. I hope you already subscribed my channel. If not, please do it as soon as possible because it will be only available for subscribers. Well, we will going to start with the motion of an object under free fall. Let's get started without much talking. Now, what is free fall? As I told you many times, free fall is an example of 1D acceleration, one dimensional, because it is happening in only one direction, from up to down towards earth. So you can see I have drawn earth's surface like this, the jotted ones. The ball is up somewhere. It can be at you are standing on a terrace of a building. It can be 2-storied, 5-storied, doesn't matter. The point is you are holding a ball on your hand, and when you just throw the ball or you just leave the ball at that moment of time, it will come towards earth, and that is only in one direction towards earth. And what is pulling it? The gravitational force. That means the acceleration due to gravity. So free fall is typical example of one dimensional motion. Also, we will consider it as uniform accelerated motion because we are certainly neglecting something here. What we are neglecting? Just pause for a second and think about it. Of course, you are true, and air resistance we ignore here. We ignore the air resistance whenever the ball is passing through the air and falling on earth. So we are neglecting air resistance there. That's why we are telling it as a uniformly accelerated motion, and that has to be taken as 9.8 meter per second square, which is basically constant. That means the G has to be taken as 9.8 meter per second square. This is the acceleration. G is basically the acceleration of any object which is pulled by earth towards its surface. Now, if the object is free fall, that means we are neglecting air resistance and the body is accelerated downwards. It is downwards always and under the influence of the gravity pull. So free fall is basically motion with uniform acceleration. Now we already studied about the uniform acceleration. It is a typical case study we made. Free fall is exceptional. It is a typical case study of uniformly accelerated motion. Now, as we derived equations of motions beforehand also, we just need to prioritize our thing, how to write the equation of motion if the body is having free fall and also it is towards earth's surface. That means if it is towards moon surface, you can take it as 1/6 of the gravity of earth, and according to the question given, the gravity of that particular planet, you can place it there. So equation of motion remains the same, obeying the Newton's law, and you have to do your own thing applying it. Now, in the first case, when the downward direction is taken positive, when the downward motion is taken positive, always G is positive when the body is moving downwards, remember. And G is taken as negative whenever the body is thrown upwards. And typical example, you are throwing a ball upwards. So that there you should take G as minus 9.8 meter per second square. That's why the rocket which is launched, it will have negative G impact. And if it is falling downwards, that means free fall. In free fall, you should take anything which is having free fall. It will be G equals to simply 9.8 meter per second square, taking the planet Earth into account. So if it is so, now the first option, case A, is that the body is starting the object started from rest. What does that mean? That means it has zero initial velocity. It is quite clear to us. Now, if it is having zero initial velocity, it does make sense to us, isn't it? Because if we are standing on a terrace of a 5-story building or a 2-story or a 1-story building also, the height changes, but we are holding the ball, and if so we are moving, the object is at rest with respect to the gravity pull. So that's why we can say we are just, whenever we are leaving or releasing the ball from the terrace, it started from rest, so initial velocity is 0. If it is so, and what would be acceleration? As it is going downwards, it is 9.8 meter per second square, which I can take as g, and time is same, whatever time it has taken to make to the surface. So the first equation of motion, which is v equals to u plus at, will convert to u plus gt, as it is downward motion. U is 0, as I said, object started from rest, so u would be 0 plus g into t. That means the final velocity will be dependent upon two things: the time taken and the acceleration due to gravity. So this is the 1a equation of motion for free fall. Then we will go to the second one. Now, if in case of a free fall, downward, now the body is released from, let's say, if this is the equation 1, what would be like the other one? The equation 2. The equation 2 was s equals to ut plus half at square. Now, as a is taken as g, s should be taken as the vertical height which the ball has made from the flight. What is that? Now, let it be the height from the terrace of the building, and it like this is the time taken, whatever the time is, and this is h, which is basically the displacement, the least displacement of the ball from the terrace building up till the point it reached the earth surface. So that's how we are, if we are going, then s equals to ut plus half at square. We will take s as h, so it would be h equals to ut plus half gt square. So this would be the formula. But if we are saying that u is 0, that means there is no t, of course. So the formula will be h equals to half gt square. That means the height is dependent upon the gravity as well as the square of the time. So this is 1b. Now third one, sorry, it will be 2a, depending upon our case study. Now the third equation is v square equals to u square minus 2as. Now, as we are talking about object at rest, then having free fall, and s equal to h, v square will be, u square will be 0 minus 2 into g into h, implies v square equals to minus 2gh, isn't it? And I am keeping the minus here because of the fact it is having downward motion. So the final velocity can be termed as in terms of 2gh. If we know g, of course we know g of earth. If we know h, I can find out the final velocity. This is 3a. So these are some case study of an object which is having free fall with initial velocity 0. Now, if I draw or a graphical method, or if I insist on drawing same as the others for position time graph of free fall, it would be like this. It would be like it should be like not this way, it should be in time this axis, and as it is having downward motion, position in like this way and time in this x-axis and s in negative y-axis, because it is having downward motion, and it would be, the graph would be something like this. It is the position time graph of free fall. Then again I'll be drawing velocity time graph of the same thing. Now again, as it is having velocity in the negative direction of y-axis, so it would be linear, of course, because of the fact that it is uniformly accelerated. And if it is uniformly accelerated, and I am drawing acceleration versus time graph of free fall, as it is uniformly accelerated, it would be like this, and this particular point will be termed as minus g. So this is the equation of motion graphs for free fall of a body having one dimensional motion. Of course, we are neglecting the air resistance here, and this is the position time graph. This is the velocity time graph, and this is the acceleration time graph. Okay, so this is it for free fall. Next we should go ahead and discuss the reaction time, which is we should be curious to know, as it is a big deal in reaction time is a big deal in today's vehicle. Of course, it is some application based like questions in our physics entrance examination, so we should discuss that. What is a reaction time? Now, reaction time, I can say it is the time which a person takes to observe, think, and react. Of course, we are not studying biology here, but we should understand that reaction time can be different for like different persons. It can be different. Now, if a person is driving a car like this and it is moving straight ahead, and suddenly a boy appears on the road of nowhere, or the man has not visualized before. In India, it is quite clear a cow may come up, like it is very popular, like it can happen, of course, happen in my like locality. So let's say that a person is driving a car, suddenly a boy appears on the road out of nowhere. Now the time elapsed before he applied the brake and stopped, it is called the reaction time. Before the time elapsed before he applied brakes, that this is the driving and the brake applying, this is the reaction time. Okay, now this is, I'll be writing at RT. Here he applied brakes, he could have applied here. Now another person may apply it here. It can be different for different persons. So so that's why reaction time depends on individual presence of mind as well as complexity of the situation. So now think that as I said, when the reaction time is the time elapsed between observing and taking the action, which is basically applying brakes. Okay, so this reaction time, if you use the relation, the equation of motion, which was your relating to your acceleration as well as the distance, initial velocity is involved, time is involved, acceleration is involved, and the distance. So you should apply the second equation of motion always. Now, if I'm saying that S has been given as 50 meter and initial velocity was 0, that means you started from rest. So this becomes 0. And it is simply half a t square, and if it is like a vertical one, you can simply take it as 9.8, which is half gt square, and you can find out the t for both of the things if you know a or g. if it is vertical, you can take g into account. If it is horizontal, then you should be knowing the acceleration. If you know any of these things, then you can find out what is s. S would be simply 2s by t, sorry, not t, 2s by a, like 2s by a square root would give you the formula. Now if it is a is g, then it is easier to find out. If it is not, then you can find out on your own. So let's do, we will be doing one question as numerical in the next lesson. I hope you do enjoy my video, and if you do not and have anything to say, please convey your doubt in the comment section. But at the same time, subscribe my channel, like and share with your friends. Take care. Have a good day.